How's everybody doing? It's Brian with FishingHype.com, Fishing Hype Guide Service. Here to give a little, not a lot of people talk about them, but a little advice on your life preserver. A lot of guys nowadays are running the, your inflatables such as this, whether it be a Mustang or a Stearns or a Suspends or whomever's it might be. I know, a lot of the people put their own names on them, Bass Pro and Cabela's and stuff, and a lot of those are obviously made by Suspends or Stearns or somebody, but they all pretty much work the same way. You either got a manual pull or you've got one that's an automatic manual where you hit the water, the little disc dissolves, and that punches a hole in the CO2 cartridge and blows it up. One thing a lot of guys may not take into consideration, and it'll say right in your manual, especially for the auto ones, is to replace the bobbin every year, whether it's gone off or not. Obviously, if it's gone off, you have to replace it, but they all pretty much open up the same way, and inside them all, you pretty much got the same guts on the inside of them. Some a little bit different than others, but for the majority, you're going to have a CO2 cartridge. Some of them will have it where your bobbin goes right into the top, or in the bottom here. This one, the bobbin's over here. This here even says service if red, and you can see here there isn't the windows. There's nothing in the window. You can see the little red thing. If that pops up, that's going to punch a hole in here anyhow, and that'll let you know that your bobbin's bad, and obviously that if your jacket's been off, this is gone bad. This in here is a push down, pull out, and that's what the cartridge for this particular vest looks like here. Down inside here you can see the pin that will puncture the bottom of your CO2 cartridge, and then this will let air out into there and blows in through the vest. And you can see here, if a lot of times on some of these, this ring will go bad, and see this one here is already cracked on one side, which is not a good thing. I just noticed that, and what'll happen is this ring will pull out, and even though it won't puncture here, these will come up, and you can see the red indicator on there. Even though the spring won't come up or the needle won't come up and actually puncture this will show red because this has been broke. To change your bobbin, generally you unscrew these here, and there's the bobbin we're talking about. And on a really hot, humid summer like we've had, the lower part of the country with as much humidity you've had, all that is basically powder aspirin inside there. And as it gets warm and it gets moist out, it will eat away at these things. And if you don't check it for a year or two, a $10 part could cost you, some of these refill things are anywhere from 30 to 50 bucks. So you can save yourself a lot of heartache by just changing these out when you're supposed to. And they will call for you to change them out generally once a year, if it needs it or not. There's little grooves on here. It shows you how it's got to go down on here. It won't go in until you get the grooves lined up. There, the grooves are lined up. And just twist it down. And I've noticed on here, if I push this down, it keeps that lever up there. As soon as I let go of that, you can see that lever. And that's what happens when you give it the automatic pull. When this lever pulls down, it pushes these up, and that'll break the seal and pushing that needle up in there also. See, I just pushed mine on there and now it broke that seal. So this one's pretty much junk. See, when you get that seal broke like that, it didn't do any good. So I'm glad I looked at that. That seal needs to stay completely up on there, and that's what pushes that down. Now there's other ones that don't have this. There's other ones that just screw in there on top of the bobbin, and that's what's going to keep that's what keeps the thing pushed down, your bobbin's on there and blows up. But just a reminder, guys, just check these out. Check that bobbin again. It's pretty simple. You got it right here. You just screw this out of here, pull it out, and there it is. There's only one way to put it on. You know, the white side, they always say white side up, and it pushes on there. Don't force it on. If you got it going the wrong way, you're going to break these little nipples in here, and then it's no good anyhow. But a $10 part can save you 50-60 bucks. Kind of a no-brainer. Save your life too, in fact. So just remember, check those out. Check your life vests out. Switch your bobbins out every year.